So Khalil and Marcus had been tight since the 5th grade. They grew up in the same East Chicago neighborhood, where boarded-up houses and cracked sidewalks told the story of a community left behind. While others fell into gangs or faded into the grind of survival, Khalil and Marcus had each other. Khalil was the planner, always thinking 3 moves ahead. Marcus? He was the muscle, quick to throw hands if someone so much as looked at his best friend wrong. Together, they dreamed of getting out. "We're gonna own this city someday," Marcus would say, his deep voice carrying that unshakable confidence. Khalil would just nod and smirk. "As long as you don't get us killed first." Their bond was unbreakable. By their late 20s, life had grown complicated. Khalil was trying to stay legit, working as a mechanic at a small shop, while Marcus dabbled in less-than-legal hustles. Marcus's schemes always came with promises of big payouts, but Khalil knew they came with even bigger risks. One night, Marcus rolled up in a black BMW he definitely couldn't afford. "Khalil," he said, grinning ear to ear, "I got a lick so sweet we can finally cash out and leave this place for good." Khalil hesitated. He hated getting involved in Marcus's schemes, but he couldn't deny the allure of freedom from their dead-end lives. Against his better judgment, he agreed to hear Marcus out. The plan was simple. Rob a local dealer named Rico, who was rumored to keep stacks of cash and jewelry stashed in a rundown trap house. "Rico ain't nobody," Marcus said, brushing off Khalil's concerns. "Dudes all bark, no bite. We get in, we get out, no problem." But Rico wasn't just anybody, and what they found in that house wasn't what they expected. The night of the job, the air was thick with tension. Khalil kept his nerves steady, but Marcus was buzzing with adrenaline. They kicked in the door, masks on, guns raised. "Don't move," Marcus barked, sweeping the room. But the house wasn't empty. In the corner sat a boy no older than 14, tied to a chair, his face bruised and swollen. Khalil froze. "Yo, what the hell is this?" Khalil hissed. Marcus didn't answer. He was too busy rifling through drawers, grabbing wads of cash and a gold chain. The boy whimpered. "Please don't let them kill me," he whispered, his voice cracking. Khalil's stomach churned. This wasn't just a robbery. It was something much darker. "Marcus, we need to leave." "Now," Khalil said, his voice low but firm. "Not yet," Marcus snapped, shoving the cash into a duffel bag. That's when they heard the sound of tires screeching outside. Rico's car was back. Chaos erupted. Gunshots rang out as Rico and stormed the house. Khalil and Marcus barely made it out, ducking behind trash cans and vaulting over fences. When they finally made it back to Khalil's apartment, the silence between them was deafening. Khalil couldn't shake the image of the boy tied to the chair, his terrified eyes begging for help. "What the hell was that, Marcus?" Khalil demanded. Marcus shrugged. "Collateral damage. That's how this game works." Khalil's fists clenched. "This isn't a game, Marcus. That was a kid. We don't get to decide who lives and dies." Marcus scoffed. "You don't understand. That kid, he's Rico's nephew. He's leverage. If we hadn't hit that spot, someone else would have." But Khalil wasn't buying it. Something in Marcus's tone didn't sit right. A week later, Khalil started digging. He needed answers about the boy, about Rico, and most of all about Marcus. What he found shattered everything he thought he knew. Marcus wasn't just running hustles. He was working with Rico's rival crew. The robbery hadn't been about money. It was a power play, and Marcus had used Khalil as a pawn. But the most damning discovery? Marcus had known about the boy. He'd known and didn't care. Khalil confronted Marcus in the parking lot of a liquor store. "You set me up," Khalil said, his voice cold. Marcus smirked. "It's just business, man. Don't take it personal." But Khalil did take it personal. The breaking point came 2 nights later. Khalil got a call from an unknown number. On the other end was Rico himself. "Your boy Marcus? He sold you out," Rico said. "He told us where you stay," thinking it'd save his own skin. Khalil's blood ran cold. He barely had time to grab his gun before Rico's men kicked in his door. What followed was a brutal shootout, but Khalil survived. Marcus, however, had vanished. Khalil found Marcus in an abandoned warehouse on the edge of town, the same place they used to hang out as kids. Marcus was sitting on a crate, his gun resting on his lap. "You don't have to do this, Khalil," he said, his voice calm. "You made me do this the second you sold me out," Khalil replied, aiming his gun. For the first time, Marcus looked vulnerable. "I never wanted to hurt you. I was trying to survive." "So was I," Khalil said, his finger tightening on the trigger. The shot echoed through the warehouse, and Marcus slumped to the ground. What Khalil never told anyone was what Marcus said before he died. "I wasn't gonna let them kill you, man. I told Rico I'd handle it myself so they wouldn't come after you." In that moment, Khalil realized the terrible truth. Marcus had betrayed him to protect him. Khalil walked out of that warehouse a free man, but the weight of what he'd done would haunt him forever.